like catch wind of like how he was treating his Marines and like how he was like taking care of them. I'm like, fuck, man, this guy's been doing a lot of work. I went to some of his training events. I'm like, man, he's not the same fucking guy anymore. And I was telling my boss, I'm like, hey, dude, like, I can't hate this I don't want to hate this guy anymore, man. And he's like, yeah, good. He doesn't want to hate you either. I think you guys should like make up. So like, sure as fuck, dude. Like, we apologized to each other. It was like this weight off my chest, dude. 6.5 fucking years, dude. Like, if he was burning on the side of the road, I would just watch him. I'd probably like siphon gas out of my fucking truck, and put it on him. Like, I had so much discontent of not just him, but really what the whole environment. He was just kind of like the nucleus behind it all.
Yeah.
But that whole environment, it taught me so much. I was literally, when we apologized to each other, it was literally like something we had did like 4, 5, 6 years ago.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm asking myself, like, how much did that affect me in other things?
Yeah.
You know, like, how many more times did we go around and people are like mumbling, oh, hey, that's so-and-so, hey, that's so-and-so, talking about him and I, like, oh, watch out for them. Because it was a thing I was plagued with for years. I remember when I took over a company, I'm the youngest guy that's in this certain rank, and I'm the youngest guy to take over a special operations company. And one of the first things out of my boss's mouth, my leader's mouth, was, hey, you better not pull that shit you pull that other officer. I'm like, I was acquitted, right? Like nothing fucking happened. All we know is macho and the way it was. It's just a stigma. So like, even though like I'm crushing it, I'm crushing it. My people are crushing it. Like everyone's crushing it around me. This is the residual effects of like a toxic work environment that you just couldn't escape. Right. I had the stigma for years of like the guy that hated officers or disrespected officers. And, I had some allegations were like disrespecting commissioned officer, disobeying direct orders, like a bunch of like shit that can get your PP slapped and a bunch of other really crazy things that get you really in trouble. But it wasn't disrespectful. I just wasn't a bitch.
Yeah.
And most people I've seen so many tough guys that they're just bitches.
Yeah.
When it comes to like truly fighting for themselves, not their friends. Yeah. They're not bitches for that.
Right.
But for themselves. I remember one particular time we were doing our jump pay. So we get paid every month to jump, to be free fallers or static line jumpers. And you have to maintain a certain amount of jumps a quarter to maintain your currency and your pay. And they did this huge audit. And at this point in time, like our commander at the schoolhouse was like, no one can jump, because the focus was on these fucking students. It was like a big deal. And we're like, what the fuck? They're like, hey, we're gonna put in waivers for your jump stuff. Fast forward a few months, turns out that wasn't the case. And so now we're getting docked like thousands of dollars of pay. I'm in the military, bro. I ain't getting paid like all that in a bag of potato chips, right? And my quality of life directly is affected by this. And they're like, some guys just accepted it. I'm like, fuck that. So we have this thing called request mass. So basically I can go up my entire chain of command all the way to my commanding general and be like, I don't agree with this outcome. I'm going to fight for it. And I went to my boss's office one day. I'm like, hey, I'm going to request mass. They're like, for what? I'm like, my jump pay was $1,700. I'm like, dude, listen, I would have requested mass for a fucking penny.
There you go.
It's the principle. And because they just told us to like accept it. And some guys did. Some guys didn't fight it. I'm like, pushover, dude. I printed out my calendar. I printed out all my shit, all my emails, all this stuff. And I went all the way to the fucking general through my chain of command. I get to the general. Now, I learned, this is also a great lesson. I learned that general doesn't really have that much power when it comes to your money. They can dock your pay, but they can't say, hey, you know what, pay them back. The G-Man owns your money. Kansas City owns your money. And so the general endorsed my docket, got pissed at my other lower ranking officer, and he's like, I can't guarantee you anything. They still took my pay. The general endorsed my shit, but Kansas City said, fucking eat a dick. But it was just like, why would I just accept it?
Yeah.
But that's kind of like my outlook on a lot of it, dude, because like people it's fear tactics is a big thing in that organization. Man. Fear tactics is a big thing in civilian life. That's right. Don't be an entrepreneur, you're gonna fail. Don't go for your dreams and quit your day job, you're gonna suffer. Like everything is fear. And if fear is the thing that keeps you from investing in yourself, then apply that to anything in your life. And do you want that outcome? I did not. But fast forwarding a bit, like, learning from this dude and maturing a lot. I was also falling apart mentally and cognitively. So I was opening up a lot more at this time too in my life. I was very desperate for help. I'm asking for help a lot. I'm working a super low speed job where I'm afforded this opportunity to take care of myself and start this whole thing. And so it was like part of this healing shit. I knew at this time I was going to be getting out of the Marine Corps. I didn't know how or when, but I could not leave with this baggage because I know what it was doing to me already. Like my wife knew about it, like that's bad. And so being able to heal and just like acknowledge this dude's growth. Was he still a G? I don't know. That ain't for me to decide anymore. But he grew so much at the time, but most probably so did I.
Yeah.
And for us just to be able to acknowledge each other as men and be like, fucking stupid. How dumb was that? But that's leadership. That's learning. You don't learn by having a perfect path.
For sure. And that like just the power of just fucking forgiving somebody, because you just carrying around that shit, that toxicity, you just like let it fucking fester in you, and you just keep on letting it build and build and build and grow, and like you let